we appear to be live? Maybe a quick sound test from everybody? Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Sure. Hello, Space, the final
Space.
frontier.
No.
Everybody
When
here, everybody?
You're here.
Hello.
Looks like
Any
Any
gamers?
gamers? We have
Yeah,
some gamers.
looks like I can hear everybody on the stream. So
What's a
that's
gamer?
good.
One who games.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pretty broad question. If you play a game, you're a gamer.
What is this video game? I don't know.
Oh. This hot new video game that dropped that we're gonna play.
It's the hottest.
hot and spicy and right off the press.
Hello, friends. Oh my gosh, hi Kyle. We got Bingo
Hi,
Crime.
Hello.
Bingo crime.
Hello.
Committing crimes while playing bingo.
Blaze
Pretty high risk
Vixen.
business.
Pope, thank you for coming on. Have this too. Robot Squid TV. Heck yeah.
That would
Nar,
be my
we all know
girlfriend.
Nar will be in here.
Squid.
An excellent squid.
My user list is not showing all these cool people you guys are talking about.
Did we?
Oh, there we go, I
confirm
refreshed
that
it.
sound check.
Yeah,
everyone's
how
on a
do
good
we
sound.
sound,
Good.
everybody?
Alright.
Yeah,
Sound
good.
good to y'all?
Apparently I have to manually refresh the user list. Okay, Twitch.
We can do
Okay.
we can do a chat room, but we can't do a live user feed. That's fine.
Okay. Alright, Twitch.
We didn't
Technology
want the internet
has gone
anyway.
too far. It's just a tangle of tubes. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. My user list isn't refreshing either.
If you click it like up and then you click it down again, it does. Which is very silly, but okay.
Twitch just
We're-
knows it's
we're,
exciting
Sorry, go
to
ahead.
push buttons. Oh, I just said Twitch just knows it's exciting to push buttons, so they're giving us another button to push.
Indeed. We are a little bit new at this. But we're learning quick.
Indeed.
Twitch is a functional website.
Are you sure?
And other fairy tales.
And other lies we tell ourselves.
Oh, there we go. Now it finally refreshed for me. Thanks, Twitch.
Okay, Twitch.
Hello.
Hello!
Greetings.
Hello, Natty Ann. We're just gonna chill for a little bit while we wait for more people to come in. So thank you guys for being here early. That's super sweet. $19 viewers so far. That's pretty exciting.
That's exciting.
is.
That's so many.
That's wait, I can't do math.
Oh,
I
no.
mean,
So
granted,
that's
we
15
do have, like, the
more than
four of
I,
us.
I expected. So.
It's 15 more than us. Yep.
Yeah.
Space.
Space.
The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Persistence.
I'm here to lodge a
I don't
complaint
think
that
we're-
this is
what
not
is
in
the,
fact
like,
oh,
allowed
is-
to say
right.
that.
Well,
Is
it's fine.
PSO Fantasy Star online? Kyle. Kyle, shut up.
Oh, Nar made you early. Yeah, that
Rude.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, okay.
That sounds
Yeah.
like her.
Excitement and adventure. No, that's wonderful.
That's fine.
We
Fantasy Star Online,
appreciate
that's that game that used to previously only be available in Japan, and it semi-recently, like in recent years, became available to play in the States too. If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. I think it came over here. Well, Fantasy Star Online 2 came over here, I think, a couple of years ago, or
Okay.
pretty recently. But
Maybe that's what I'm
I
thinking
just
of.
know it has a incredibly extensive character creator with a lot
Nice.
of fun hats.
Dreamcast. Hey,
It's
guys,
important to
we
wear
should,
hats.
we should release this for Dreamcast.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
We'll work on that.
We'll get back to you on that.
With the only using the Dreamcast keyboard though.
Oh, that's only
Oh.
on. We'll have difficulty levels for that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hard
That's
mode.
God mode.
God.
Sonic Adventure and Second Star bundled. Hell yeah. Second Star
Definitely.
and Typing of the Damned bundle.
Can the Dreamcast do volumetric lighting though?
I think they call it something else, but like your Dreamcast just like starts catching on fire and takes off.
And it lights your room as it
And
burns.
they're just like volumetric lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Bonjour,
Oh,
Robot
Nakruma,
Squid
thank
TV.
you.
Hello, Robot
Thanks
Squid.
for being.
Hello,
Shout
Robot
out
Squid
to-
TV. Somebody I
Shout out
don't
to
know.
Gamer Friends. Gamer Friends is in the house. That's very cool. No one needs to know I sleep. What is sleep?
Sounds fake, but okay.
I'm not sure.
Is food?
Mmm. That'll sound tasty, to be fair.
It is good.
Mm.
It's a secret to everyone.
But yeah, this is exciting. This is the first stream we've done as a studio.
It is. No, you're valid, Nar. That's a good life decision, is what it is.
No, please sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
We're team self-care, team sleep care
Team sleep.
over here.
Take
Gotta
care
get
of
those
yourself.
8 hours.
Yep.
Regular sleep schedules. Good for you.
Please do.
Team hydrate, team sleep,
hydrate.
team snack.
Yep.
Hydration sensation sweeping the nation. I mean, we even have in our in-studio rules not to die, and if you don't
Yeah.
sleep, eventually you will perish. So it's a
Will,
given.
in fact.
Yeah.
We have a set of rules for the studio, and it's on there. It says, "Don't die."
Don't die. Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. Not just pass out for 12 hours at random times. No, that's, better than not.
Better than no sleep. Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay, Robot Squid.
No, yeah, no.
Hello, Squid.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
I said hello. Hello, Robot Squid TV, who's somebody I don't know. I
Got a
lied.
very cool set of emojis. I think that's very cool.
Twitch gave us some really strange emojis when we set up the channel, and it wanted us to test the chat with these really strange emojis.
Yeah, I don't quite get the emojis either, but okay. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Wow,
we
I
got
like that one.
Ace Heart. Bless. We
He's
have.
and a big snack.
23. Yeah, that's
I
a
think
great
it's
number.
like a. Is it? I don't think it's a snake. I think it's like a big old monitor lizard. It's hard to
Oh, it
tell.
is.
It's very small.
Yeah, zooming in, it looks like a monitor lizard. You're right. And a
Mhm.
doggy and a
Hi.
Pikachu. Aww,
Oh,
and little hearts.
Pikachu. Cute
Good.
hearts. Everyone, show us your cool emojis.
Yeah. What do we got?
Bye,
Aw,
Pride.
okay. I love a good penguin.
Penguin.
Pride flower. Aww.
Some wings.
Missile.
That.
Aww. He's a little dog.
Justice for Missile. What?
Hell yeah. Karl Marx giving a thumbs up.
Oh, Karl Marx is looking very squished today.
Yeah, he's a little compressed. Yeah, do we want to get going?
Yes, yeah.
Let's roll.
All right.
Let's roll.
Well, yeah, welcome everybody to the Discordion devs play our demo Second Star Prelude. My name is Leslie. I'm the marketing specialist for Dyscordion. I'm super excited for everybody to be here. And then, yeah, so let's have everybody else introduce themselves after me. So whoever wants to go first.
Sure, I'll go. Hi guys, I'm Kat. I'm the creative director at Dyscordion. I will be your streamer playing this tonight. So thank you for being with us and also for trying out the demo. We've been working on this for a couple years and we are just beyond thrilled to have someone other than ourselves try this out and tell us what they think. But I'll
Thrilled
go ahead
and
and
also
let
terrified.
also a little terrified, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I'll hand it over to the others to introduce themselves.
Great. My name is Anya Hewing. I'm the producer and an artist on Second Star. And yeah, like Kat said, it's been really exciting to see other humans playing our game. Like seeing our creation take its first steps in the world has been so much fun. And anyone who has streamed the game, thank you so much. And anyone who's tried the game, thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm Sasha, sometimes known as Kay. I am the lead 3D artist for the game, so I made a lot of the original assets that we are using. And it's so cool to see people's reactions to how our game looks and how it plays, and all the wonderful streamers who have said nice things and made us feel all warm and fuzzy so far, and also given us, useful feedback as we work to make the game really awesome. I hope you enjoy our demo.
Yeah. So just a couple of things before we get started for chat and everything like that. Mostly just be cool. We want to keep it kind of casual and positive and things like that. If you have questions, totally feel free to put them in chat and we'll do our best to try to answer them. If you have something that you want for us to look at in the in the environment that we're in, we can totally do that, unless it's something that we want to keep a little bit secret. But yeah, let's just have a good time. I'm super excited for everybody to be here.
All right. I think if we're ready, we can get going. What you see here is just the start screen, so we should probably start. And let us start a new game. Let me just do one more check of my audio. Everyone can hear the game okay, I assume? If you can't, let me know. We'll do a new game. And I'm feeling a little self-centered today, so I'm gonna put my own name in for the first name. Basically, so Lee is the protagonist. That is who you play as. You are the science officer on the ship, the Persistence, that you're going to be on in a moment here. And you can give your Dr. Lee any first name you like. Right now, I think you can even put in numbers. We probably need to fix that. But for now, we'll just put in Kat. For now.
Kat 420.
I'll just put my email. It's fine.
That's the one.
Yep. So here we go. Let's go.
Our world is but a fragment of our universe, and there's so much we haven't seen yet. Every discovery out here was worth it.
I love a good nebula.
Shipwide, please. Shire has taken us all the way to our first stop, safe and sound. We'll be maneuvering closer to allow an RV the chance to analyze the beacon's data. Stand by for more. I want the whole crew in on what we find.
God, finally! Why did nobody tell me space was so damn big?
We thought you'd know by now, Joe.
Alright, we're awake. We're on our ship.
Wait.
We're in our bedroom. What's that? Let's go ahead and get
We
our
got up
communicator. It's on the desk.
Good morning, Dr. Lee. We have arrived at our destination.
It's the best kind of
The
discoveries.
signal board matches a configuration from the second star manifest. The current shipboard time is 13 minutes and 57 seconds past 0500 hours. Quartermaster Ramakrishna requests all personnel settle their duty checklists ahead of schedule while I complete beacon analysis.
Okay, and like every good adventure RPG, you get to pick a little bit about your protagonist, or this one you do. So we have 4 different voices to choose from. I'll go ahead and go through them all, and then we can figure out which voice we want to play as.
Yeah,
get on that.
so chat, pay
So,
attention,
Dr.
because
Lee,
we're going to ask
I
you
did
guys
not
which
process that.
voice.
I'm
Can
gonna play
you
one
please
again.
repeat?
Sorry.
You're good.
I'll get on that.
Sorry, Dr. Lee. I did not process that. Can you please repeat?
Alright, and 2.
I'll get on that.
Sorry, Dr. Lee. I did not process that. Can you please repeat?
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Sorry, Dr. Lee. I
That's
did
3.
not process that. Can you please repeat?
And 4.
I'll get on that.
Sorry, Dr. Lee. I did not process that. Can you please repeat?
Alright, 1, 2, 3, or 4. I like this. Go ahead and vote,
That's number
guys.
3.
Yeah, it's 3.
Sleepy Lee is voice 3.
Yeah, okay.
If we have any other votes.
Italy, any Lee. Step right up.
They're all good. Like,
They
all
are
of
all
our
good.
voice actors are amazing, and we've been so privileged to work with them.
Big agree.
No wrong answers.
Alright, it sounds like we're going with 3.
Sounds like 3. All right.
Alright.
3.
Yeah, I'll
Popular
get on that.
choice.
Sorry, Dr.
It's a
Lee.
popular
I did
choice.
not process that.
Navi's having some
Can you please repeat?
comprehension issues today.
I'll make sure that
Somebody
checklist
needs
gets
to
done
recalibrate
before
a
meeting
Navi.
with the crew.
Yeah.
Very
Listen, we
good,
haven't
Doctor.
defragged her in a while.
I appreciate the clarification. If you would not mind further imposition at this time, your personal communication device requires recalibration due to recent adjustment of the shipboard network. Permission to pose you a few basic background queries?
Ask away.
Then let us begin. What career path were you engaged in prior to contracting with the Persistence mission?
Alright, so here you get to pick just your background. What was the career you were doing before you signed up to be a science officer on the ship? So we've got 3 options here: military, private research firm, and academia. So you guys could, academia. Any other thoughts, opinions?
Get some votes.
Teach Lee. Oh, everyone wants Teach
Oh,
Lee.
we have a
Everybody wants, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Nice. Chat is unified.
chat is unified tonight.
Well, I taught at a university for several years, mostly on astronomy and earth sciences. Eros approached me later for astronaut training.
Excellent, Doctor. This data corresponds to system
Yeah, we got
records.
a whole.
That's valid,
Step
Kyle.
1 of calibration complete. Next query. In what manner did your familial relations react to your decision to join the Persistence mission?
Alright, so the next option that you need to choose is what was your family's reaction to you joining the Persistence? Were they supportive? Did they want you going into space? Were they unsupportive? Or were they indifferent? Or did you not, you weren't really in talks with your family that much? Supportive?
You're just not close with your fam.
Alright, so you're supportive, unsure Christmas tree, and real nerd hours. Okay.
Cat, that's not a Christmas tree. That's the snow person.
This is no person. It came up as never mind.
Close enough. It's fine.
Close enough.
It's close enough.
That's fine. All right.
Looks like supportive.
Yep.
My family was a
supportive
big
mission
supporter
stream.
of the Second Star
Wholesome.
mission. When I received the offer to join the Persistence crew, I think they may have been more enthused than I was, actually.
Thank you, Doctor. Your vocal inflections have been verified. Step 2 of calibration complete. Final query. What interest drove you to pursue participation in the Persistence mission?
Alright, well, you heard of Navi. Why did you want to join? Scientific interest, duty, or adventure? What do you guys think? Adventure.
Indiana Jones votes.
Couple of Indiana Jones votes out here.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we're
Ooh.
going. Oh,
Maybe it's like. Yeah.
We're supporters of adventure here, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's valid. Yeah.
Unsure Christmas
Yeah,
tree. Sure. That's what.
Protect want to get out of the office. I just kind of want to stretch my legs. Think I'll go to space.
Alright, adventure
Every day.
it is.
I mean, curiosity has been the key to humanity's success, right? There's nothing more exciting or worthwhile than taking another bold leap forward. I'm lucky enough to be given this opportunity, so I better make the most of it.
That is a noble pursuit, Dr. Lee. Thank you again for your time. Communications calibration is now complete.
Glad to hear it.
A number of messages are available for perusal on the personal communication terminal in your laboratory. When you have finished your morning routine, please check in with Commander Diane.
All right then. Thanks, Anabi.
Alright, and that is how you create your character in Second Star. A lot of options. Those options will come back in later conversations in the game. So, your background will matter to some degree, and so will your reasons for going into space. And even, what kind of relationship you had with your family. So, now we have an objective, the morning routine. So we need to check on the hydroponics bay and check our terminal for new messages. We also have this cool memento board.
Yeah, I should check out that memento board.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, a lot of stuff you can look at in the game. You can
Help these stay put during intersystem jumps.
get Lee's thoughts on whatever it is they happen to be looking at. You can take a closer look or interact with the item. So here we have our memento board. Got some notes from the crew. We've got this beautiful crew photo done by our very talented artist. We have
Crew wanted you to feel welcome.
Yes, they wanted you to feel welcome. You are the newcomer on the ship, so Dr. Lee was actually the last addition to the crew. There was another science officer, but they had to drop off the crew at the last minute, so Dr. Lee was kind of the runner-up to the understudy to that, yeah. So, crew wants you to feel welcome. Here's a picture of them. We also have a star that says ready on it.
There's a star that says ready. I wonder who could have made that
I don't
and
know.
put that on the board.
Do not have no idea.
A mystery.
We got our to-do list organized and
Clean your locker.
clean your locker. What's that
Sweet
about?
little note from Dr. Hernandez.
Welcome aboard.
Very stained note from Joey.
Very torn up coffee stain note from Joey says, hey, got you something. It's on your bed. Be nice to it. I'll find out if you aren't.
That note is in pretty bad condition. It looks like it's been like chewed up and then unfolded.
Joey, please.
Joey.
Yeah,
Joey
do we
is the
wanna
ship's
introduce
engineer.
God in the photo?
Yeah. We will.
Okay.
Indeed.
Let us check our terminal for messages.
Oops, Among Us has not chewed on a
Right?
note before
Ex-
delivering it, right?
I mean, every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Pretty
It's a
standard,
good
yeah.
source of fiber.
Alright, so you go to your terminal, you have messages that are from, just a variety of people. I'm not going to read every, verbatim. Just, it's a lot of text. There's a lot of text in this game.
I hope you like to read. This is a game about reading.
It is a lot of reading. But
Like an old school adventure
reading.
game. Yeah, it is.
You should read.
all right. So greetings, Dr. Lee. So this is a note from Dr. Hernandez, or June, and so June is telling us that you know, as we venture deeper in space, having some issues with the data storage systems, and oh no, like their favorite workout videos are, you know, on some of these files that are deteriorating. So June is asking us, they're saying, my binary sequencing device can reverse this damage, but it's broken. So they're asking Dr. Lee to use the ship's fabricator to repair it, and they've also been kind enough to provide us with a blueprint and some materials. Fortunately, we are academics, that's right.
We're smart. Or
We are
were
very
playing
smart.
today?
I would hope so, because you know we're astronauts and we're also a science officer with an academic background.
I guess we would hope.
A lot of training goes to all the above.
This message has a blueprint attached to it. Blueprints are kind of the foundation of our crafting system in the game, and the crew members can send us requests to, you know, use our fabricator, which is, you know, our crafting tool bench, to create these items. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this. And it tells me I got to go interact with the fabricator to, you know, craft that blueprint. We will do that. Let's take a look at our locker. It's got this lovely Dr. Lee's uniform jacket. There's a mess in here. Should we clean up the mess, or just leave it?
Just leave it. We'll let the players clean it up.
You guys can clean up the mess. Make sure you clean up the mess.
Make sure you clean up the mess.
It's very exciting, yep.
I like that you can see like Lee's name tag on the jacket.
Yeah,
it's
toilet.
really nice.
Where's
You have a
do?
toilet. Toilets in space.
Toilets in space. It had a view. So fun factoid about the construction of this game. The toilet sound effect was the very first sound effect added to the game.
I forgot about that.
It's very important.
I didn't even know that.
Lakshmi might not be too thrilled
Gotta have a
if I
functional toilet
overuse
in
this.
space. It's important.
And we got our bed and some other knickknacks over here. And of course, the baguette. You've seen it. We've talked about it.
Our social media mascot.
This is
And also our best friend.
This is our best friend, Baguette. We're very proud of Baguette. We're gonna leave Baguette alone for now, though.
Bread.
A buddy. Another fun thing about the interacting in this game is you have the use option, which is the interact, and you have Lee's ability to make observations about things. And certain items in the game do have multiple lines for the observation.
Yep.
Ready.
Why a baguette?
Why a baguette?
Definitely the most unique welcome aboard gift I've ever received.
So right, when you interact, or you know, when you click on an item, they might say something about it. Try, you know, if you click again, they'll say something completely different about it. So lots of voicing in this game, lots of stuff to read, lots of stuff to dive into. So take your time. It's definitely not a. I would say it's definitely not a game I recommend rushing through, because you might miss something. But here we are. We just walked down this really awesome ramp into our lab. The ramp is actually probably one of my favorite things in the entire game, to be honest. Obviously, it's gorgeous. It is designed with accessibility in mind, and
There's a manifest about it.
there is an entire manifest about it. I will not read the entire manifest because that's a lot of text, but maybe if someone wanted to talk on that for a bit while I get us to the hydroponics bay.
Yeah, absolutely. So initially when we were designing this level, we were going to put stairs in, and then, you know, our awesome team member came up with an
Set up the
idea.
rest of
Yep.
these
I
eventually.
was like, hey, what about
The more the
accessibility?
merrier.
And so we jammed on it and pulled together a design and built this thing so that your Dr. Lee could legitimately be anybody. Like if you were using a wheelchair on the Persistence, that would be totally believable and something that you could do 200 years in the future. And those ramp specifications that Kat mentioned give tech details on the magnetic rail going up the ramp to make it believable with like the small turning radius and things. But we really wanted to provide a rich world building experience where if you looked around and immersed yourself in the world, you could picture yourself as Dr. Lee. So
Yeah, it was very important to us that anyone could be Dr. Lee.
Yep. Thank you. So you just saw we were in what we call the hydroponics bay. So this second star has an entire, or rather will have an entire hydroponics system where basically you can acquire life forms on the places you'll visit and bring them, like samples of them, back to your ship, and you can replant them and cultivate them, and there's going to be a whole system around that. So what you see here is just like a small sample of what we have planned for it. Yeah, all for this one I just had to check in and make sure
and
that...
get the voice line. You want to walk up and get like the voice lines on it?
Yeah, no, it already went through, so...
Oh, did it? Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're good on that. What's that other thing? Here we are. Okay, so the fabricator, this is back to, our message earlier from June, asking us to fix their binary sequencing device. So they already gave us all the equipment, so I'm actually going to jump into a menu here to show you where that equipment lives. So I'm gonna hit tab here. So this is like our player menu, and here we have all of our objectives, or quests, or if you need to look through and think, what are we doing, what do I need to do next, this is the place to look for that. You also have a map of the current environment that you're in, and all of the major landmarks and hotspots that you need to be aware of in here. Discoveries, we'll come back to that. Blueprints, this is the blueprint for the binary sequencing device that June is asking you to fix. We also have our inventory. So these are all the pieces or the components that we will get to use when we fabricate the fixed version. And finally, our logbook. So remember, we were saying there's a lot of reading in this game, so Dr. Lee has an entire logbook, of entries, people, places, events, everything in the Second Star universe can be found here. We have information on the Persistence crew, so a Navi, you have the commander, engineer, our health officer, even a bio on yourself. It'll we do take your decisions that we all voted on and move them here so that you can go back and see, here's Dr. Lee's bio, the quartermaster, and finally the pilot. And then down here are just, everything about the Persistence and the Second Star, and this logbook will be updated and evolve as you explore in Second Star. So, going back here.
That deep lore.
Yep, nice treasure trove of lore.
Let's see what this beauty can do for us.
If y'all check your messages as well, we only looked at the one message to progress the plot, but you might find a nugget in there regarding your background too. So definitely enjoy digging into that lore.
All right, here we are. This is our crafting screen, so we need to make a new binary sequencing device because for one reason or another, June has, broken theirs. I don't even want to know how. So we'll just fix it and not ask questions. It's fine.
Accidents happen.
Yep. So
yeah, when you work out too hard.
You just happen to throw your binary sequencing device.
They got super excited about yoga. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like the Wiimote.
Right. Yep. So our crafting system it's a component system. So we've got these hexes that represent the various components that the item you're crafting is made up of, and you basically you use the components, and it's a matching mechanic, and you have the nodes that connect the components to the base, and then you craft it. So I'll show you how that works. So you got wiring. These look like wires. Threader. This wire needle. Casing. These metal scraps. And once you think that all sounds good, you can just go ahead.
Fixed it. Thank you, Dr. Lee.
Spacecraft.
Your assistance has brought Ashtanga Yoga back to our holistic health regime.
So June is very grateful for our help. They contact us right away to let us know that how grateful they are, and we actually get some options on how to respond. So there's a lot of different response types in Second Star. These are what we like to call emotional responses. So, you know, out of these three, you can be more agreeable, friendly, warm, happy to help, June. You can kind of crack a joke, be a little snarky, oh joy. Or you could be a bit more, blunt, or, possibly even aggressive, or maybe just kind of, more direct. I don't understand. How do you guys want to respond? Yeah, the loving the finger. Thanks. Yeah. I think the finger guns are a favorite. What do you guys think we should respond with?
Squid wants to be nice to them.
Okay.
Any other thoughts? Friendly, snarky, direct.
We can go with happy to help. That's fine.
Happy to help.
We'll be
Alright.
nice.
Yeah, let's
The
be
health
friendly
of this
to
crew is vital to our mission's success.
I'm glad we agree on this. It's my duty to ensure the
So-
well-being of all those on the Persistence. Employing a variety of methodologies is the best way to
I'll let
achieve
them
this,
finish.
especially when those I'm assisting reside in close quarters. Thank you again, Dr. Lee.
I don't want to talk over June and be rude. So what you saw pop up in the upper left was June liked that. And so we do have a full approval, disapproval system in the game. Different crew members will respond differently to different emotional responses. And some of them will like what you have to say, but not all of them will. And so it'll be kind of up to you to get to know them a bit better, so that you're able to, respond in a way that you feel well. You can respond however you want, but if you want them to like you, you might have to do a bit of digging on what they like and what they like to hear.
June will remember that.
June will remember that.
They're like realized personalities for sure.
Yeah, there's no one right or wrong answer across the board. There's a fully realized core mechanic around the dialogue system.
All right. Well, take a look around a bit more. We'll contact the commander in a moment. Just wanted to get back. Here we have our desk. We've got a nice computer and a cup of coffee, a screwdriver.
That screwdriver, or various copies of that screwdriver, haunted the Persistence for months. A wall was the mesh for the wall was accidentally replaced with a mesh for the screwdriver, and committed. And then, the next day, someone went to the project and is like, "Why is there a wall missing?" And I just asked, like, "Oh wait, is there a screwdriver in the corner where the wall should be?" And it's like, "What? Like, what kind of question is that?" And sure enough, and that was an easy fix. But then, just for some reason thereafter, there were just screwdrivers just everywhere, secretly.
I think the poor victim was me. I think when I got into the engine, I was like, "What the? Where's the wall? What? Wait, a screwdriver?" And there's this little screwdriver with all the details of the wall. It's like the walliest screwdriver I've ever seen, in the right position and everything. I'm like, well, that's probably not going to protect us from space, but
I mean, it was Joey's creative fix. It's fine.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
We also made that screwdriver radioactive at one point while we were testing lighting, and it sort of just looked like it was covered in green radioactive ooze that had
Oh, yeah.
splattered
It's
all
very-
over Leaf's
Oh,
desk.
no.
My favorite
Oopsie
version of
doopsie,
it.
That wasn't the right button.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I think my favorite version of it was the hot pink, like the textures emission version.
Oh,
that
yeah.
It wasn't actually like a model though. It was like somehow baked into one of the UI textures. Because like, if you turned off like the sprite that like you use to blink when the player wakes up, the screwdriver would vanish, and you turned it back. I was like, how is the screwdriver attached to the blinking sprite? What is going on? It's been eliminated
It's
since.
linear, and strange things never happen.
Nope.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
She needs
Secrets of the
Secrets
Screw.
of the Screw.
Yeah, for real,
I'd watch
right?
that. Very nice. But anyway.
You'd be surprised how many of these cans we have lying around.
Yep. So you can also pick stuff up and add them to your inventory from the environment. So this is just like a helpful little tutorial. You can take items from your inventory and inspect them and use them to interact with other objects in the world. So we'll show more of that in a bit. For the demo, you will have access to your quarters and the lab and the hydroponics bay. But for the full game, the Persistence does have a fully realized observation deck, which that'll be in the full game. So sorry.
It'll be exciting as we work on it.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, Lee can comment on it now, but that's fine. Yeah.
Got some
Supply crates.
medication,
Supply crate.
Yes, supply crates. Got a cargo manifest. We've got Anya's college dorm room diet.
We got you some mac and cheese,
Mac and
Mac
cheese,
and
cookies,
cheese.
chocolate
tuna,
tuna.
Perfect.
all ready to go to space.
So at the
Only
risk of
the
sounding,
essentials.
Somebody-
Labor Leon. So at the risk of sounding stupid, nobody sounds stupid here except me. Don't worry about it. I'm getting a big if Firewatch is a sci-fi adventure vibes from all of it. Only it has more cool lore. That
Oh, thank you.
that is I
Aw.
want cookies.
That's really sweet.
That's really sweet, especially Firewatch was.
Firewatch is not usually the game we get compared to.
It's not,
Yeah,
but it actually was
but
one
we
of
like
the big
it.
inspirations.
Yeah, it's very astute because
Yeah,
we
thank you.
very much like
Yes.
the one of the core views for the game was to always have it be a first-person adventure in the vein of Myst, Gone Home, Firewatch, where you're walking
Yeah.
around, you never see yourself because you can be anybody. So you're right on the mark there.
Yeah, you're right on the mark. That's awesome.
Oh, I thought that was another snowman Christmas tree, but it wasn't. It's a cat.
It's a bongo
thing.
cat with a cake.
Yeah.
Bongo cat with
Yeah,
like a
I'm gonna
little
after this
Really donut?
probably go
tasty.
learn about my animals and holiday artifacts.
Learn how to identify
Holiday
artifacts.
I'll do that
In the
later.
ancient times, the holiday artifact of the snowman.
Is that like a narwhal made of snow? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Oh, it's just snow wall. I get it.
That's cute. All right, well, I think we're ready to contact the commander. So let's go for it.
Exciting.
Oh, so yeah,
Mhm.
just you hit C to bring up your comms menu, and here you can contact your crew. At the moment, we can only contact the commander, but this will open up later to talk to the rest of the crew. But for now, we'll just bother him.
Commander, the lab checks out. All equipment is accounted for and running at optimal efficiency.
Understood. Good to have you join us.
Commander, I have completed the analysis of the data stored within the second star beacon.
What did... Are you all seeing this?
These aren't just vectors. They're coordinates for surface locations.
The crew of the second star embedded a summary of the planetary investigations they conducted in this quadrant. The beacon appears to have been placed 4 hours, 23 minutes, and 5 seconds prior to the last known broadcast Mission Control received from their communications officer.
What sort of investigations are we talking about? Any idea what they found?
The data indicates 3 planets which exhibited potential to support Terran lifeforms. Celestial bodies TK-234, IR-761, and BN-397, the second star crew colloquially referred to these locations as Takaroa, Urkala, and Banyan. They note these nicknames to be easier on human memory, so I will use this vernacular for your convenience. Takaroa boasts a vast blanketing of nutrient-rich oceans, all of which rapidly froze solid when an asteroid knocked the planet out of its circumstellar habitable zone. Urkala hosts an ecosystem in its infancy with a molecular backbone of silicon rather than carbon, and demonstrates numerous temperature extremes. Banyan is densely forested and possesses a heavy atmosphere composed of gases toxic to Terran life, primarily condensed in a zone up to 80 meters from the crust.
Well, they all look great. Super hospitable. We still have no idea what happened to the crew, though.
There's about 1 million possibilities this far from home. Maybe some of them got stranded.
Honestly, I'm surprised they made it to 3 different planets. Impressed, but surprised. If you haven't already, Anabi, would you kindly make this data accessible to everyone?
We should visit all 3 planets. If we're really lucky, we'll complete our mission earlier than expected and bring the second star crew home in one piece.
Have to start somewhere. Just say the word, and I'll get us there, boss.
Well, exactly none of them sound like a fun place to get caught with your pants down. Has anyone considered not sending Lee to get pantsed by a hostile planet? Perhaps we should go to Banyan while we double-check the level 1 weather gear.
We've discussed this already. Lee will be the one walking around down there. They are the most familiar with the second star tag. So Lee, if you had been the second star science officer, where would you have taken her first?
Alright. So, we get some more choices. So, as you heard, there's obviously 3 planets. But in Second Star Prelude, we will only be able to visit one of them, unfortunately. But for now, I think we will analyze the data, and we will get some opinions from our fellow crew members.
It's hard to say at this point. With your permission, Commander, I'd like the opportunity to analyze the data further before making a recommendation.
Fair enough. Tell me when you've made up your mind.
Planetary data retrieved from the beacon is now available in all crew members' personal logs.
Cool. Okay. We should probably... So, you can see the objective change. We have to get the crew input. They'll tell us what they think, which planet. Ultimately, it doesn't matter in the demo, but at least you know where they stand.
It's more of an introduction to how talking to them works. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it is the conversation that we'll play when you do have options, because we will allow you to explore the planets in whatever order you like.
Yep. Okay, why don't we start with... let's start with Engineer Barker, Joey.
You had some opinions earlier, right? Which planet would you go to?
You're asking me? Well, I mean, they all sound terrible, but if I had to choose, I guess warmth is a pretty strong draw on a habitat, even if it might be a little extreme. Maybe check out Urkala first.
So, like before, we have these emotion-based responses, so we can say thank you, we can say nice and toasty, if we want to try and be funny, or we could be a bit more direct and be like, that's my life on the line. Don't joke around about it.
Yeah, it's a scary thing going down to an alien planet.
For sure.
Can I also just say... I was just gonna say, can I also just say that, like, the lovely voice actor's delivery on they all sound terrible just lives rent-free in my head in the wonderful New Zealand accent.
Yep.
Finger guns!
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
Let's do it.
And with a little imagination, it could almost be like a day spa. Hot, humid, incredibly dangerous.
What the hell kind of day spas have you been going to? And tell me all about them when you get back in one piece, yeah?
Thank you, Dylan.
It's wonderful.
Joey is actually voiced by our very own Dylan, who is also Joey's writer.
Yes.
So,
yes.
think it's perfect.
Thank you, Dylan.
Yes, thank you, Dylan. They're a perfect match for this character. Probably because they write all the lines.
Funny that.
Probably.
Funny how that works.
Our wonderful multi-talent voice actor and writer.
That's right. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to June again. We're best friends with them because of the
Doctor,
binary sequencing
which planet
device.
do you think we should explore first?
Anavis data states that life once existed on the icy world Takaroa. The rapid freezing the planet experienced would likely have preserved its life form in a stasis similar to cryogenics. This would have made it of prime interest to the second star. I recommend we begin our investigation there.
Hey, that helps. Hope everyone brought their snowshoes, and you'd better keep me alive. I have a tough time being mean to June, if I'm being honest. So I'm just
sweet.
That helps.
A gold mine of genetic information just sitting there waiting. You've given me something to think about.
No, thank you, Squid.
Thank you for your input.
Yeah, our voice
You're
actors have been
welcome, Dr.
incredible.
Lee.
You can see the crew members are reacting by letting us know if they liked that or not.
Yeah, we noticed Joey really liked our sassy comment about day spas. Also, Lee in the day spas, we have a melting snowman.
Oh, wow.
Very good.
There is a...
Melting Christmas tree, you mean?
There's a lot... Listen.
I'm sorry. Oh no, this is how it starts. This is how in-studio memes start, and we will never be free of it.
We have so many already. Why? There are a lot of snowman emojis.
Yeah, somebody's running.
Oh, it's a Christmas tree. My bad. I can't get anything right.
You sounded
Let's
like
go
you had your
ahead
mind made up already during the meeting.
Talk to the quartermaster.
Care to elaborate on that?
The lava and ice planets seem the most dangerous. Why not get your footing on Banyan first? It would give us time to double check your gear.
I think we all know which line we're gonna pick. So, that's a good idea. Danger, huh? And I'm not an amateur. I think we're gonna go with the finger guns on this one.
Have we taken carnivorous flora into account? That's dangerous too. Could easily lose a foot in there, you know.
True. But in that case, it's easier to explain to your family that you were devoured by a hypothetical plant with teeth than you dying due to exposure because I didn't do my job.
So, that line about the carnivorous flora is pretty... It's close to all of our hearts. So, when we put out the call for auditions for our wonderful voice actors, we got hundreds of auditions. It was incredible, and
it was amazing.
We were so just happy and overwhelmed and flattered that so many people were interested in, being a part of this project. And one of the lines we had asked people to voice was we taken carnivorous flora into account line, and I probably have heard around 300 variations of that line just by listening to the auditions. So it both means a lot, but also I kind of hate it. So
it's beautiful.
I had to.
You can't say taking things into account anymore. If you use the phrase "Have you taken X, Y, Z into account?" It's just immediately carnivore and
It has been mutated and memeticized. That's the word. Just ad infinitum among the studio. That carnivorous flora. Oh god.
Yep. All right. Let's talk to the pilot.
I'm no pilot. Is there any planet in particular that catches your eye?
Nope. I wouldn't sweat it too much. If we're visiting all of them, I vote we get on with it already. Talking in circles won't get us any closer to finding the ship.
Right. We can tell him, you're right. Very helpful, thanks. Or why did I bother?
Shia's nope also lives in my head rent free.
It's a good nope. Nope.
It's the best nope. The face when you're swallowed by a pitcher plant, very relatable. Oh.
Mondays, am I right?
Mondays! Just Mondays at the office. Feed me, Seymour. Oh.
Go ahead and tell Shia he's right. Totally agree with you, man.
The commander did ask for my recommendation. You've got a point.
I know. Glad you see it too.
So, Shia disliked that. So this is a good example of where not all of your crewmates are going to be just completely agreeable and, respond positively to just whatever the first option is. So, if you go into this just clicking agreeable for every single answer, you're probably going to have some of your crewmates, get a little annoyed at you. Yeah, they won't think much of you.
Might not be the best way to get closer to someone if you're just overly polite all the time. That might not be the best way to bond with everybody.
Yeah, maybe a different approach with Shia might have been better. But yeah, you have 2 other options to try, so...
Yeah, you want to spend some time, getting a read on the crew members and learning to socialize with them in the way that they like to socialize.
What else? I think at this point we could probably maybe get the commander's opinion. You can also go into your logbook and check out the entries that Anavi put into your log. So now you actually have logbook entries about Urkala, Banyan, and Takaroa. So just info about their atmosphere, the environment, the temperature, what you can expect when you're down on the planet. So that'll be there, and these will, like I said, just update throughout the game with additional information as you explore them. But,
have you made a decision, Doctor?
Our dear commander. Let me get his opinion first.
Commander, I was hoping I could get your opinion regarding our destination options.
Perhaps you should consult the data Anavi added to your logs. It might give you a better idea where the second star may have gone.
I'll do that. Maybe Anavi should pick one. And am I talking to thin air? I think we can be a little bit...
Maybe Anavi should pick one. Okay.
We haven't actually picked the direct one yet. And you know what? I'm kind of a rebellious science officer, I think.
Yeah, you're... Well, dangly.
Yeah, exactly. So am I talking to thin air, Commander?
With all due respect, I thought I was asking for your opinion, sir, not a referral.
I've asked you to make an informed decision here, Doctor. You can always check with the crew's opinions if you're struggling. But make up your mind and get back to me. Good luck.
He's not too happy with us. That's okay. I got that fun. That's what matters.
I didn't respond great to that now. I'll get over it.
Have you made a decision, Doctor?
Alright. Let's, I think if we're pretty comfortable picking the only choice here, we'll go ahead and select that.
I don't know, it's a hard decision.
It is a hard decision.
Yeah, it's a hard decision. You have one option.
For the full game, you will see all 3 planets there, and it will not, like Kay said earlier,
we will not actually railroad you. But at the moment, there is only one railroad.
IR-761 would be our best bet. Silicon-based life? The science officer would have had a field day. They might have stayed on the planet longer.
Sounds good. Anavi, get me those coordinates. Shia, ready for another ride?
Shia to all crew. Approach checklist is complete. Urkala is looking mighty bright from up here. Thought you all should know.
Sensor readings indicate structures from the second star to be present, though I am unable to pinpoint their precise locations. Initial scans suggest Urkala possesses a vast network of subterranean caverns, and such equipment may be concealed by rock density.
That should be a good place to start with the planet investigation. Shia, Take us into orbit, please.
Due to the presence of widespread volcanic activity, surface temperatures average 85 degrees Celsius. Ash storms and scalding gaseous steam are also prevalent. I would advise against departure from the ground shuttle without a hazard suit.
Oh man, and we were about to see Lee out in their underwear. Thanks for the reminder, Navi. That was a close one. I double-checked every seal, joint, and piece of gear on your suit. You'll find everything in the shuttle dock.
All right, I've reached the surface. Are you getting my feed?
It's coming through. I can see you walking out there. And the view... magnificent. Feed keeps cutting off, though. Is that an issue on our end or yours?
Magnificent is not the word I'd use. Awful, maybe. Terrifying. Problematic, even. Damn it! It looks like there's something on this magnificent planet that's messing with our systems.
At least your suit appears to be operating normally. All sensors are showing adequate compensation for the environmental Oh! Now that's an interesting phenomenon.
Wow. Definitely not something you see every day.
A conglomeration of minute magnetic fields present in the plentiful iron-bearing minerals seems to have resulted in powerful dipolar currents. As our current data on this effect is incomplete, please be advised of possible fluctuations and proceed with caution.
Those rocks were floating long before we got here. Chances are they will be long after we're gone. Let's try not to upset whatever forces are keeping them afloat.
Noted. We've got active lava flows a few kilometers up north. Shouldn't pose a risk here, though.
Dr. Lee, one of the second star structures our scanners detected appears to be positioned due east of your current location.
Copy that, Navi.
Leka. We'll be monitoring you the entire time, and ready in case we need to get you out of there. Remember, no unnecessary risks. Good luck, Doctor.
Alright, we're back. We are on Urkala.
We're back! We got some cool things in the chat. It's compliments on the music, and Kat, in her introduction, neglected, so I'm going to tell you all that Kat is our composer and has created all of the wonderful music you have heard so far. So take credit where credit is due, Kat.
I shall take it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Looking forward to showing you more. Oh, thank you. And yeah, if you guys like what you see, please wishlist us on Steam. Leslie just dropped the link in there. If you're following us on Twitter, thank you. If you're not, please follow us.
Or else no.
Or else no. We are trying to get to 500 followers, and it'd be really cool if we could hit that very soon. Because
what if we get 500 followers during the stream?
Oh, that'd be really cool. That'd
be
make me
awesome.
happy.
That would be
That'd be
really
very
cool.
cool.
We're so close too.
Yep. Hello.
Thank you for dropping in.
Yeah. This is Second Star Prelude. This is the demo for Second Star, and if you would like to play the demo, it will be out on April 14th. If you signed up for the early access, you should have gotten a key sometime during the night. So please check your inbox or your junk mail or whatever for it.
Yeah, early sign-up keys went out today, so you can play this yourself if you signed up early.
This could be you.
This could be you.
Walking around in this lovely day spa, on Urkala.
It's a very nice
The
day
hell
spa.
kind of day spas are you going to?
So
yeah,
alright, so we're here in Urkala. Urkala is obviously a very hot planet. Lots of volcanoes, lots of ash everywhere.
Active steam vents.
Active steam vents, floating rocks.
Yeah, those are weird.
Very alien in nature. So you saw probably a couple very quick tutorials pop up at the beginning there. So One of the major mechanics of Second Star is you are obviously looking for the crew of the Second Star in the ship and find out, what happened to them. So, one of the ways we do that is in our journey, we will be finding remnants of the Second Star's database that they left behind. And the way we do that is by pinging for these data fragments. And as you can see here, we have one nearby. I just hit V on my keyboard. I think it's down on the D-pad on my controller. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
I think it was down.
Yeah, that's correct.
Down. Yep. So the way this works is you, it's kind of like Marco Polo a little bit. You go ahead and send out a ping. It'll send one out, I think, around 60 meters from where you are standing. And it'll show up in your compass if it detects one in your proximity. Come back to you with like a return pinging sound.
Sound is 3D as well, so it will get louder as you approach the return ping will get louder as you approach the fragment.
Yeah.
And similarly,
walk away.
Oh yeah, go for it. The icon on the compass becomes larger and bolder as you approach it as well. So yeah, definitely just straight up a Marco Polo game of scanning for this signal.
So here's a data fragment. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And we can actually play it.
This is our 8th day of planetary observation on IR-761. Extracting samples of the bauxite ore has been an exciting process for us all. Finding a good source of aluminum has been on our list since the very beginning. And Showilawu in particular seems to be in high spirits at these discoveries. Seismic activity makes further exploration difficult, as well as interfering with our comm system. Carter has calibrated the system multiple times and noted the wires need reattaching, probably as a direct result of the frequent tremors. I have put in a request with Lieutenant Vazhkov to replace the stripped wires with switches in the control panel. This should help hold the configuration in place during future quakes.
So that was Runa, and Runa is the science officer on the Second Star, and that's also who you heard in the beginning. So we'll be hearing more from Runa throughout the game. But yeah, once you pick up your data fragments, if you go to your player menu in your discoveries, you can actually read the text version of what you just listened to, and replay it too. If maybe you didn't hit, the E button fast enough, or you just want to hear it again. This is where they're kept. And these data fragments they're pretty important. Some of them will have information and, or clues that might help you explore the planet, or perhaps even, access areas of the environment that you wouldn't previously have been able to. So let's explore. Let's go near one of these vents.
Dr. Lee,
they're kind of a way to
indicate a number of thermal anomalies in your immediate
vicinity. On the
vicinity.
Second Star were.
The vapor from these vents may surpass 400 degrees centigrade, exceeding the protective rating of your encounter suit by a significant value.
The Persistence may have a state-of-the-art medbay, but I see no reason to test its limits by getting too close.
Got it. I'll be careful.
That was just a Navi lecturing us about putting our face into a heat vent.
Navi, you're not my mom. You can't tell me what to do.
A Navi just cares for you. They want the best for you, okay? Precious baby. Not that I'm biased, but precious baby. Squid has been freaking out about Wigglies this whole time. Thank you, Squid, for your excitement.
Yeah, about Wigglies.
Hey,
yeah, we
Stefan.
Hello, Stefan.
Hey, Stefan.
Hi, and welcome. But yeah, so Wigglies. Do you want to play the voice line about the Wigglies, and then I can discuss them?
Navi, do we have any data on this life form?
A fascinating specimen, Dr. Lee. This silicon-based entity extends many kilometers beneath you. All of these outcroppings are part of the same individual.
Amazing. Look at how it glows.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
Oh yeah. So as mentioned when we were on board the Persistence, the full game will have the hydroponics component. And there's a mini version of the hydroponics component in the demo that you can go check out. And all of these life forms you can collect on the planets in Second Star have been designed with scientific plausibility in mind, to the extent that we even consulted an actual biologist regarding our ideas to see like what did and didn't make sense structurally with like the visual design and the science behind them. These particular little buddies are silicon-based, as Anavi just told us, and given that Arcala is early in its development as an ecosystem, we populated it in particular with prokaryotic life forms, which are the simple cells that don't have specialized organelles or distinct nuclei. And in the case of the specimens you can collect, they're actually multicellular prokaryotes. So the closest Earth relative would be something like a cyanobacteria or a bacterial mat. So literally it's like a colony of bacteria, silicon-based bacteria rather than carbon, that have learned to cooperate and specialize into different little tasks to become their own organism. And I could nerd about this for quite a while, but
no, I love it.
Sorry guys. But yeah, the environments and the life forms in Second Star were all very thought out, and we're really excited for you to explore their lore. So, and yes, they wiggle as
wiggle, which is the most important thing.
It is the most important thing. Also, as Anavi was saying, they do all of these little wiggly outcroppings are part of the same organism, so it's actually very similar to an aspen tree on Earth, which, you know, an entire what looks like forest of trees is actually one tree. So it's all based on like real world things, you know, that can and do happen. And yeah, you can collect them. So if, you know,
you can collect them, and also they're glowy.
They're glowy.
I mean, collect them all. One of the other kids can talk about this, but you may notice it's starting to get darker on Arcala.
It is. Yeah, so Second Star, we actually do have fully realized day-night cycles on each planet. They are different per planet, so time does pass. We have sped up the day-night cycle in Arcala slightly, just to make sure that when you play the demo that you can experience it. But yeah, it's probably one of my favorite parts of the game.
It is
Up
beautiful.
ahead. Look.
As it is
It
getting darker,
appears to
you'll
be
see
a communications tower corresponding to equipment from the Second Star manifest.
See what you can find there. Don't forget, safety first.
Copy that.
Okay, so we have noticed a communication tower at the bottom of the hill. So I'm going to head there right now. I've collected 3 out of the 3 samples that I was told to collect in my Explorer Arcala objective. I can also go to my map, and I can see that, you know, we do have a fog of war here, but we're going to walk down this hill and see if we can check out that comm tower.
Another cool feature we have on the map is all of those, you know, icons you see on the map. You can select them. You can also place flags, and a distance will show up under your compass there to let you know how close you are to approaching the selected icon.
I can do one.
Yeah. Fun navigational tools.
So I selected a cluster up ahead, so my suit will let me know how far I am from it. It's not
We
this
have
one.
a
It's like up ahead.
we don't want to go to this tower because the 5G will make us sick. And then we have a response. Surely we're at 6G by now. I don't know. The year 2200. Do we have 6G signal yet?
Please, we're at 8G at this point.
At least.
Exactly how many cell Gs do we have? Have we figured that out?
Found another data fragment.
Hey.
The mountains and craters dominating the landscape display evidence of severe tectonic movement and volcanic activity. These impressive features are more comparable to mountains on Mars than Earth, initial data showing them to be an average of 16 kilometers in height. As if that wasn't enough to be excited about, Earth's 20% of mountains is nothing compared to the 65% here. Of the remaining terrain, roughly 29% is craters, and 6% consistent enough to be considered flat. In addition to the extreme heights, the asymmetry factor is quite extreme, further indication that Arcala's geology is under regular stress. A brief study of the craters presented a plethora of minerals for analysis.
Anavi, do we have any data on this life form? That's amazing.
I'm sorry, I interrupted him.
Oh no.
I was trying to collect it. There we go.
The voice actors are all amazing. Agree
Yes,
with
I apologize for interrupting that with my clumsy clicking.
You just
personal favorite.
It was very cool. I mean, you just really wanted to hear about the life forms again. Understandable.
You can, if in case like an imaginary cat like wanders into your game and interrupts your data fragment play, you can always go to your Discoveries tab and listen to it again. Yeah. I'm very rude. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
You do have a flashlight in case all these wonderfully glowy lights and red clouds aren't enough to help you see. But I think we're okay for now. But just in case you need it for some dark cave.
In true adventure game style, we do have a flashlight for you, so we can make sure you can see.
All right. Well, we have come to a cliff, and
guess the only way forward is down.
Yeah. So we should probably do that. How well Dr. Lee did at boot camp. That's pretty much like how I would go down.
Everything all right, Lee?
Like a
All good,
slight
Commander.
slope.
Just a bit dusty. We'll probably need to find an alternate way up, though.
Just eat yourself over the edge.
Yep. Just eat some dirt.
Delicious.
Yep. We'll do that later. We'll come back there. I see we have a nice ladder over there, so that'll probably come in handy when we have to do that. This is pretty. Oh yeah, you can hit H and it'll turn off your HUD if you want to take a picture. I've taken lots of pictures of this exact spot. I actually really like the lava.
It's a good spot.
Take ladder.
Take ladder. Just put that in your pocket.
Just put the ladder in my pocket. Cool.
Put it right in your ass pocket.
So
2 data fragments.
there are 2. I see one here. I also see a hand scanner, so let's check out the data fragment. Tower access code. So this is a text-based data fragment. What that means is that we're not going to listen to anybody talk right now. It's just a written message from one member of the second star crew to another. And this one is from the XO of the second star, and they are addressing some concerns that were brought up about the simplicity of the code for the communications tower, but they do state that it is a 4-digit combination, that it is a year, and it is something that is important to the second star, and not to worry, because the chance of some technologically advanced species exploring the planet and discovering the tower and using it to invade Earth is probably slim. So
probably
not to worry too much about it. Then we have our hand scanner.
Some kind of scanning device?
Yes, Doctor. A handheld sensor array capable of detecting and highlighting various elemental compounds.
We'll grab that too. And
Fine now.
let's go ahead and go up this ladder.
Enjoy our view.
Eat some dirt for science. I just read that.
Isn't there some sort of geology joke where, like, the first thing a geologist will do when they find a rock is lick it?
Yeah.
I think this is another data fragment. And this is another text-based one. This one's just kind of a message between 2 members. I'll let you guys read it after. But so you'll find several of these around the planet, and they will help kind of tell the story and to find out what happened and why they went missing.
Definitely. That's a IMO. That's a particularly interesting one. So you'll have to play the demo yourselves and have a read.
Alright, we are at the top of the tower.
Whee!
Some dust. My allergies are like thinking that just looking at that.
I mean, thankfully, Lee's wearing a spacesuit, but
yeah, fortunately you've got a spacesuit, so you're probably. I mean, hopefully the
Lee's
spacesuit.
fine. I'm not. I don't know.
We need to get you a spacesuit.
Okay, I'll get on that. We found an electric box. I'm gonna.
What have we here?
It's very dark.
Seems like something's managed to throw the comm tower out of whack. It'll need a proper recalibration. I wouldn't go expecting a miracle, though. Old Faithful out there has just been sitting around getting battered by space weather for the last 10 years. That can't be good for it.
Probably requires an authorization code. Not sure about the wires, though.
Okay, so here we are, one of our puzzles in Second Star. So a lot of the puzzles in Second Star, we've tried not to make them overly challenging, but we've also tried to leave clues in the lore, in the data fragments that you find. Battered by Space Weather is a pretty good name for a metal song.
It is a good name for a metal song.
I agree. So for this particular one, you know, typically when I approach puzzle games, I'll just start pushing buttons at first, just to see if I can get an idea of, you know, how this mechanism might work.
That didn't sound right.
But
not that either.
We can tell right away, like, that's not, you know, I can't really do that.
Give the site another once-over. The Second Star crew could have left behind their notes.
So, okay, so Lakshmi's saying, alright, look at, you know, what you found so far, basically, and maybe the Second Star crew left a clue somewhere. So, you know, we can go into maybe what we found so far in our discoveries. You know, the data fragment that we found by Runa talked about how, you know, the wires in, you know, the control panel for the comm system had to get replaced, and switches were put in because there were earthquakes. So that, you know, might explain the switches a bit. We also got something called a tower access code that talked about a 4-digit combination that was a year. So, you know, we have a good starting place here. So, but let's take a look at those switches first. So there's 3 of them. They just go up and down.
Definitely turn the flashlight on. You can't see it through the stream.
There we go. So, but if you can see here, I have the middle and the right switch activated, and we see this keypad has now lit up. So we're doing something right.
Doing something right.
Does the based on the data fragment that Kat found, does the stream have any opinions on where we should look for potential access codes?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, there's probably a lag. So what we might do is ask that question, and then we can like go look at the majestic view while the chat thinks about it. I think it's written in the stars.
Remind me of the clue. You know, well, you would. I mean, would you want to open up the data fragment again?
Data fragment from earlier.
Let's get to that relevant
read
area.
that one aloud if we...
There we go. I'll start here. Until the threat of an intergalactic war becomes more than an exciting science fiction trope, the code for the tower will remain the same old 4-digit combination. And for those of you who can't remember the year, your communication devices do come equipped with a fully functional calendar. Have fun exploring our rocky friend. So, again, this is from the Second Star crew, so their calendar might be a bit, you know, have different important dates, and perhaps your calendar might, but we do have a place.
I mean, my calendar says 2021, so yeah.
So we can look up maybe some, I don't know,
some information. Yeah, what should we? What sort of information should we look at?
Information. Yeah.
1969. Sure.
Nice. I mean, that's when we landed on the moon.
So maybe our logbook might contain information. We do have some entries about the second star in there. Maybe we might have a clue in there. But we could also just try out some different combinations here. I could put 1969, sure, why not?
Do it. Who Squid said to look at noteworthy events.
Noteworthy events. Not in there. Well, what's... Yeah. Let's do one.
It seems some of the panel's numbers are more faded than others, perhaps from frequent use. That scanner you found might be able to help identify them.
Like one of those spy movies. Good thinking.
Okay, so June is telling us about the hand scanner, that maybe that might help reveal which numbers were pushed more than others, since some of the keys seem faded. So why don't we dig into our inventory here? And we do have the hand scanner. We can go ahead and inspect it to take it out of our pack. I'm actually going to turn off this UI here so we can see what we're doing. Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright. So, looks like the numbers 2 and 1, and then the green enter key are all pretty heavily used, it looks like. The 2 a bit more than the 1. So, we can try some different combinations.
Squid says 2221.
I think that did the trick.
Program initiation sequence correct. Communications
Got
network
it.
has reconfigured signal wavelength to account for present levels of atmospheric interference.
Hey, yeah. System seemed to have cleared up nicely.
Such a good gamer. Yes, you are.
Well done.
You're a good gamer,
I'll
Squid.
have a look around just in case, and head back to the ship.
Awesome.
But yeah, there'll be, multiple ways to get to solutions of that puzzle.
Yeah.
Like if you could have looked, like you were saying, noteworthy events. You could have dug through the logbook and tried dates and information in there and never touched the hand scanner. Or you could use the hand scanner, exclusively and just kind of guess between combinations of 2 and 1. That's a very informed guess, considering it's 200 years in the future. So, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, there it is, launched in 2221.
So now we can head back to the ship. I'm going to check out one more area before we do that. Got a bit more of the planet to explore. Now it's like super nighttime. Not just regular nighttime.
This is advanced darkness.
Extra dark roast.
Extra dark.
Thank you again for joining us and watching us play, everybody.
Yeah, it's awesome. We've had pretty consistent numbers so far for this whole stream, so thanks for sticking around and hanging out and checking this out with us.
You guys are awesome.
There's our Wiggles.
Wiggly
They're
friends.
so wiggly.
They look
They are.
so cool at night.
They look really
Here.
cool at night.
Nobody saw me just like run into that hole just now, so don't even worry.
No.
Nailed it.
Oh, what a cute bee! For once, it's not a Christmas tree or a Christmas tree snowman. So I'm walking towards this weird-looking river.
This is kind of weird looking, but cool.
Scientifically captivating. This channel contains liquid methane flowing over a tributary of liquid nitrogen, measuring a negative 162 and 210 degrees centigrade respectively. Cold enough to shatter metallic components of your suit.
Oh, goody! That all sounds lovely. It would be a fun milestone to take a dip in the freezing river, but let's not ruin the most advanced spacesuit in existence.
Apparently apparently it's very, very cold, so we will not be going to the river.
Maybe not. No.
No, that's a little dip won't hurt.
Little dip won't hurt.
Okay.
Put your little toe in. Yeah.
Let's start to head back to the ship. It'll be fine.
Fun science factoid. The core reason for the nitrogen methane river is because silicon-based life would have a different solvent than water in order to exist. So it's all connected in the great circle of nerdery. I mean, it's all very intentionally designed, and again, very excited for y'all to explore the detail of our worlds.
All right, so I'm gonna grab his ladder, and I think this is gonna be a nice way to get back up the cliff. Place ladder on cliff. Yes, let's. All right.
Let us.
Yeah. Well. Okay, let's go.
Uh-oh.
That was bracing.
Thanks, Joey.
Lee, are you alright?
Thanks, Joey.
I'm fine. The ladder probably wasn't anchored properly.
Scared me half to death, Doctor. Do you need us to come down and get you?
No need, Commander.
Hey Lee, you know how gravity works, right? If you can't recall, I'd suggest finding something to stabilize that ladder with ASAP.
Alright. So after getting made fun, see, I get made fun of in real life and in the game, and I can't really seem to escape this.
Yeah. No.
Living your best life.
You messed up the ladder puzzle. I thought you made this game.
I'm sorry. Alright, well, that didn't work, so we should find something to stabilize it, like Joey so helpfully suggested. She was done laughing at me.
You want to try again just for fun, though?
You could try again for fun. Maybe you just didn't place it right. You never know.
Yeah, maybe you just didn't place it.
Oh, it'll totally work this time.
It'll work this time.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Stabilize a ladder with a ladder.
Ladderception.
So that didn't work either.
You have confirmed the instability of that climbing apparatus, Doctor. I would advise against repeating the experiment prior to variable alteration if you hope for a different result.
Okay, Anavi, I don't need any of your snark.
Thanks, Anavi. She's just trying to help. No. They're being very helpful.
Okay. Well, anyway, I found this rock. I think that we could probably use this rock.
A dense rock.
Possibly.
Red in appearance due to the presence of iron oxide, like much of the Urkalian crust.
Maybe more information on the rock?
The weight distribution is nice.
I agree. Maybe some more info on the rock.
It's a rock.
Nope, it's a rock. That's good. I just wanted confirmation on that before we,
Yeah, we just wanted
use
to
it.
be really sure that it was
Before
rock.
we get ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Yay.
Developers from the stream.
Okay, yeah, let me get a kick for Anya here.
A band for our producer.
Goodbye.
Later,
The answer is always more ladder.
Alright, that seems to work. I think we're clear of
That
the ladders
seems to work
for now.
better, I guess.
Alright. You can sprint in this game, I think. Lee walks at a, casual pace, so if you want to speed it up, you can hold shift and go into a light jog.
Gallop.
Best you can do in a spacesuit.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Heavy equipment, and the gravity's different.
Yeah. Also, it kind of looks like you're running against the wind here, so.
It's more dramatic that way.
Yeah.
I planned this.
Excellent.
If you're ready.
Ready.
Can see Charlie around here.
Ready might be an internal dev name. It's possible. It's possible.
World record for the 500-meter dash. You know it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
the-
not wrong.
First and only world record.
Yep.
Well, we don't know how fast the second star crew members ran on the planet.
I guess we need to get Bruna and Ahode's numbers up in here so we can do some comparisons.
Yeah.
Alright. And we are back at the drop-off point, so let's go ahead and head back to Persistence here. And we'll say goodbye to Urkala for a bit.
Goodbye, Urkala.
Goodbye, okay.
Goodbye, Volcano.
I'm sorry, Volcano.
I'm sorry, Volcano.
Hey, I didn't say the meme. You said the meme.
I know. No.
We said we weren't gonna say memes in this stream, and we have not succeeded.
No, not explaining them. There was a file that was sent once named "I'm sorry, Volcano" because we had to re-record footage of a volcano like truck shot for the trailer, and it's a story. But the file name was "I'm sorry, Volcano," and when it showed up in G-Docs,
Dr. Lee.
we were all delighted. We all
Was
had a
your
giggle.
ascent from the planet uneventful?
It was fine. I'm still getting used to the shuttle's controls, but at least I made it back in one piece.
Glad to hear it. A new correspondence from Engineer Barker is available on your terminal.
Thanks, Anavi. I'll take a look.
Alright, so we have a message from Engineer Barker, who is Joey. Probably going to laugh at me some more about the ladder.
Yeah. They've got you on instant replay. They've gifted. They've posted it all over future space social media.
Alright, here we are. Attention, formal request for Lee's eyes only. Don't be nosy, from Joey Barker. Alright.
Nosy.
Hey Lee, I was wondering if you could help me out with something. I'll spare you all the fun details, but I think I figured something out. I just need a plasma cutter. Can you throw one together for me? I'm sure with all the fun toys in your lab and that big brain of yours, it shouldn't be too hard. Blueprints attached. Do us both a favor and don't ask too many questions. Yeah, cheers, Joey. P.S. Don't tell the commander.
Engineer Barker. The name of the group's ladder. Amazing.
Nice. Oh, we do have a blueprint for a plasma cutter, so we're gonna have to do some more crafting. Super fun. I'm actually gonna go back to the terminal though, because I want to show you guys some of the messages that we got while we were doing our science officer thing.
Or we were being a cool astronaut.
Yeah. So this is from Orbital Advancement _ lots of letters and numbers. It's definitely not spam. Have an invention or
Dr.
product
Lee,
idea.
have an invention or product idea. It's all with underscores instead of spaces.
This is obviously a spam email. You do still get spam while
Even
you're
in
space. Yep.
The background makes you uniquely qualified.
Together we will make your dream exist. So we hope you like the spam
For
mail
a
that
limited
you get.
Not gonna get any space viruses.
Really
like that contact.
amazing looking contact button that looks very from the future.
Graphic design is my prison.
Web 7.0.
Web
We have
7.0. It
aero
looks like this. This is the new aesthetic.
Yep. Got a message from our family. And the drop shadow that points in, the wrong direction, right?
Beautiful.
Yep. You do get a letter from your family, and they do happen to know your first name, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm glad that my parents know my name.
I mean, they are supportive after all. You'd hope that they would know what they named you.
You'll get messages throughout the game. Some of them will be from, your family or from Eros, which is the organization that put together the Persistence mission. You'll get spam. You'll get, requests from your crewmates to help you with something, or just a heads up. So in the grim darkness of space, there is only spam. Yeah, sounds about right. Frog face.
Oh, hi, Dobby. Frog.
Well, let's see if we can help Joey out. But Joey was not as helpful as June and did not provide us with all the stuff that
No,
that we needed to make this. So We have an air canister already. We picked that up. We picked that up earlier. So let's see if we can find some of the other
Your
pieces
attention,
here.
please.
Oh,
Come join me for a session of Kundalini Yoga in the common room at 1700 hours. It's invigorating and a great stress reliever.
Sounds great, Doc. Sorry to say, I'll be busy. Extremely busy.
I know it might be intimidating, but you'll be in a safe space. Communal yoga can actually be quite fun.
As much fun as being wrapped in a yoga mat and bounced around in zero gravity? Because that's totally what we're doing instead.
It's in a safe space, too. At least I think the airlock is safe.
Both of you, no. Just join the yoga. Might help burn your exuberant energy.
So that was our crew talking over the intercom. We call those just crew banters, so you'll hear several of those in the demo. Our voice actors did an amazing job with them, and they sound so natural. So
They do.
It's really cool to hear them.
Give humans an intercom system, and they will be silly on it.
See her call out the window.
100%.
Yeah, we are in orbit of a planet.
Around.
Yeah, you can go look at Urkala like out the window, and that like changes depending on where you have flown your spaceship.
Sure do. But yeah, we can check out our lab here. Window. See what parts we might have lying around, and hey, there's even samples that came back from Urkala.
Hey.
Cluster.
The cluster planet. Probably what happens when a geometrist and a botanist have a baby.
Alright, cookies are still here. Good, no one touched my cookies. Alright. So we got the heat gun. Grab that. So that's good. So pretty. We still need 3 metal scraps, electrodes, and silicone wafers. 2 of them. So...
If you check out the data pad on the table by your fabricator, it does tell you a little bit more about it. You'll find information like this, in the world that tells you about the tech. In this case, it tells you about crafting and also deconstruction of items.
Yep. So we have this power supply. I'm gonna pick that up, and I'm gonna just go ahead and step into the fabricator. Go check out our inventory here. So we've got a few things here that we can actually deconstruct. So we have this power supply I just picked up. I can deconstruct it, and it'll take us to our deconstruction screen, which looks a lot like our crafting screen, but it's flipped around. So we can take an item and break it down into components. In this case, our power supply breaks down into electrode and metal scraps. So I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct this. And I can also do this with the cluster life form and get some silicone wafers out of it. So I think we just needed 2 of them.
Silicone-based life-based silicone wafers.
Delicious.
Do not eat them.
Love the crunch. Crunch. Yep.
And I think we've got everything we need now to craft this plasma cutter for Joey.
So would the chat like to, when we get to the screen, we've got another one of those hex matrices of components with labels. We could read the labels to you, and you could take a guess at what item might fulfill that role in the crafting recipe. So we have a base to start.
Yeah, any thoughts on what might go into the base from my inventory here?
We've got a canister, got our cluster life forms, a hand scanner, the heat gun, wires, metal, and silicone wafers. Definitely the wafers.
Wafers, okay.
Let's do it.
Definitely the wafers. All right.
Yeah.
It's our base.
Drop the base. Okay.
Drop that base.
What looks like a nozzle to you guys? For a plasma cutter.
Yeah, what has like big nozzle energy?
Big Nozzle Energy is the name of my new band.
Yeah, move over. I'm sorry, Volcano.
Personally, I prefer vanilla, but silicone will do in a pinch.
It will.
I like to think that I have big nozzle energy.
So what do you guys think?
Live your dream.
Yeah, no, live your nozzle dreams. We've got air canister, cluster life forms, hand scanner, heat gun, wires, and metal remaining.
All right, we'll throw you guys a bone. All right, metal scraps. Well, we know from the last blueprint we did that we actually had used these as metal scraps in the last one, so maybe they'll work out in this
metal
one as
scraps.
well.
Yep.
Wiring seems kind of obvious, unless you want to stick the hand scanner in the wiring. I think it's
Yeah,
cluster life form
wiring makes sense.
Yeah. That was also in the previous blueprint.
We also we need 2 semiconductors.
Metal scraps is metal scraps? Unconventional, but okay.
So, I guess out of the stuff we have left, what could be a semiconductor? I guess we need 2 of them, so...
I guess we would have to go with the cluster life form.
Alright.
Yeah, we have multiple.
Give it a shot. Oh no.
Oh, beans.
Wasn't quite it.
That was wrong.
Beans.
Alright.
The beans. You could always go back and look at the blueprint.
Yeah, go back
itself.
look at your list.
Yeah, look at the list. Look at the image of the completed item.
Yeah.
And what it does.
Yeah, so you can see in that picture that heat gun really does look like that nozzle, so I think we've got that one right.
Alright.
The air canister is on our grocery list. So the air canister has to fit in here somewhere.
And it is sort of shaped.
Yeah.
Part and a narrower top.
Yeah, should we pop back in and give it another go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are we thinking?
To vaporize them. Oh, we did that in the deconstruction earlier.
Yeah, we actually did grab some wafers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those did come from the silicon-based life.
Well, let's do what we know. So I think we've got the wiring right.
Yeah, I think the wiring, metal scraps, the nozzle.
You mentioned the air canister, and we actually didn't put that in yet.
No.
So,
for what's left, kind of by process of elimination, I don't think the air canister is a semiconductor.
So
not so much, no.
Plastic? I don't know.
Drop the base.
Alright. Well, that leaves our scanner, the cluster life forms, and our silicon wafers.
The wafers that we got from the cluster life forms. It might make more sense to make something out of rather than just sticking the wiggly right in there and being like, yeah, this will work.
So let's try this.
Silicon's a semiconductor.
Yeah,
right.
It is. And
right, electronics work.
Plasma cutter fabricated. We did it! Hooray!
Bum, ba, bum.
Oh yes, so once you come back from your call, by the way, you can go back anytime you want. You just go up to your holo projector, interact with it, and then you can go back down if you wish. But for now, why don't we go ahead and contact Joey and let her know that we have prepared and sent over the plasma cutter. So I'm going to go back to my comms, and there we go.
Hey Joey, I finished the plasma cutter.
Wait, you actually did it? No shit. Did it give you much trouble?
Okay. No emotional answers right now, just sort of neutral directions that we can take. We can also come over here to this investigate branch, and we have additional options that we can ask Joey. So why don't we go ahead and do that?
Why the secrecy? Does the commander disapprove?
Questions. What do you think we should
don't want him to
ask
worry.
Joey?
I mean, I know that I know what I'm doing, but sometimes people panic when they hear things like plasma cutter and Joey in the same sentence.
We ask if we should inform Eros, our bosses.
Also, Joey and Plasma Cutter in the same sentence. Yeah, that's...
They might be able to help.
What are they gonna do? Send a repairman on a weekend?
I mean,
Don't be
listen, Joey's a
ridiculous,
professional.
Lee.
Something happened?
Did something happen to the ship?
Oh, it's nothing like that. I'm just trying to make some improvements. You know, reduce the risk of breaking down and dying out here. Isn't space fun?
It was easy enough.
Nothing I couldn't handle. Give me blueprints over writing reports any day of the week.
I'll keep that in mind. I'm sure I can think of many more fun toys for the future. Thanks for being cool about it, Lee. I owe you one.
Alright, there we go. Now we have the familiar responses here. We can say no problem. You already owed me. But here's a new one. We should collaborate more often.
I think we make a pretty good team. You coming up with grand and dangerous inventions, me facilitating you by building said inventions. Next thing you know, we'll be reworking the entire ship.
Don't tease me, Lee. Keep saying things like that and you'll get us both into trouble. Or is that the goal?
So here's one we haven't seen before. Let's hang out, and we have a heart. So, if you didn't already suspect this, I'll go ahead and spoil this part for you. There are deeper relationships that you can pursue with the crew members throughout the game. They can either be romantic in nature, or if you're just interested in, simply being the best friend science officer you can be, you can also pursue that as well. Both are options, and whether or not you can obtain these relationships will depend on your responses to the characters. So let's go ahead and ask Joey to hang out.
Best friend simulator.
Actually, how about we get some coffee later? I've almost run out. We can fiddle with the galley's equipment while we're there.
Fiddle with the equipment? Wow. That better not be a waste of an innuendo, Lee. Just, say the word and we can fiddle with the equipment to our little heart's content.
Well, let's start with coffee. I'll see you in a bit.
Alright, so we have successfully flirted with Joey, and when you play this, you can certainly try other options or go a completely different direction if you want, but I did want to show you that that was an option with the crew members that you can do. That's almost the whole demo. There is more, but we do fire off this thank you screen once you finish that conversation. So I'm actually
completed all the those are all the objectives.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But there's some suggestions in the message for other stuff you can do.
Beep, absolutely.
Boop. Oh.
Beep,
boop, boop.
Oh yes, our hydroponics bay. We might have some buddies for it.
I lost a bet with Quartermaster Ramakrishna. Better luck next time.
Gambling again. How many times must we talk about this?
Such a perplexing display will not befall the intercom system again, Commander. Next time, I will prevail.
Sorry. Crew chatting away on public comms. That's fine.
Oh, Navi.
Beep boop.
Well,
Beep,
so
boop.
we do have, like I said, this light version of the hydroponic system. I could just I did pick up some extra cluster life forms, so I would like to take those out and give them little homes because they're just so darn cute.
Bring the wiggles to your
Wiggle. In-home wiggle system.
Very important feature.
There we go. They are my friends.
They're your friends.
Looks like the sample's
You'll
coming
get to
along
know them
nicely.
further in the full game. Aw. Yeah, another.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing that you guys may have noticed about the dialogue system is that icon that came up after Kat investigated with Joey was the same as the investigate icon with a little shiny mark. So certain options, will only come up based on previous conversations you've had with that crew member. It's definitely a fully branching system where your choices matter.
And you're rewarded for exploring your options.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for our first stream.
So much.
This was a lot of fun, and if you guys liked it, I think maybe this might be something we'll do more of in the future as we continue to develop the game. This is Second Star Prelude. This is a demo, the Second Star. You can wishlist it on Steam. It'll be coming out on Steam, but the demo currently out right now to early access and will be out to everybody next Wednesday, April 14th. Please follow us on our socials, so Twitter, Instagram, follow us here on Twitch. We're trying to get to 500 followers, so help us hit that goal, and I will be very, very appreciative.
494, we can do it.
Yay!
6 more.
If you have any questions about the game, or you just want to kind of join us more in our discussions, come hang out with us in the Discord. We have the devs are in there, and we're happy to answer questions. And if you have any questions about the demo, or you get stuck, or just want to tell us what you think, that's the place to do it. I think that's all I got. So, all right, thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks so much.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming to the stream, and yeah, I hope you all enjoyed what you saw.
Oh yeah, and definitely what Anya just said is, definitely check out the demo, and there's a lot of reading, but
it's good reading.
It's cool reading,
It's good stuff.
It's really nice deep world.
Yeah, it's immersive. It's part of the immersion for sure.
All right, thank you, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here.
Thanks
Bye.
so much.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.